Hey Wiki,
Hey, Wiki.
I'm Joey,
And I'm Jordan.
and this is WikiSpeaks.
WikiSpeaks.
So today we're going to be reviewing a film that neither of us have seen.
A film.
Just
A
purely
cinema?
off of a cinema, if you will. One that's currently in cinemas at the moment.
We're something of cinephiles ourselves.
We're on the list.
We've registered.
We're not allergic.
Joey can't live by a school. It's not too much. It's Pride Month.
I can be by a school. I can't be by a movie theater. Because they're protecting the film.
That's why you lost your job at MJR.
You can't name drop them.
In Waterford.
You can't name drop them.
And I won't. You can cut that.
So, Ballerina. This film
fun.
is, I guess, part of the John Wick trilogy. And, or not the trilogy, but in the world of John Wick.
You know John Wick?
Have you?
You know what this is?
So, you don't know what John Wick is?
I think my dad, is it political?
No. So
I'm thinking of Atlas Shrugged. I think. My dad likes a movie that feels like it's John Wick. I'll have to text him. It's not important right now. You know.
Bell tire.
The delay before the fart
yeah,
is
we
so
should
stupid.
redo that, the fart.
No, it's more just like me figuring out which button it is.
Yeah.
We'll label them at some point. I have a label maker.
Oh, I do too.
Where?
At my desk. And here, I have two. Anyways.
Joey and I work together.
We worked together, and that's how we met.
Bell tire.
We didn't meet like that long ago.
No.
Fast friends.
Fast friends. So, let's talk about it.
Ballerina or our friendship?
Right. Ballerina.
Right. We're saving the friendship talk for therapy. Your face after I try to make a joke.
No, I like your jokes.
Go ahead,
though.
give me Ballerina.
Okay, so it's a 20. Are
Give
you
me
ready?
Swan Lake.
Well, let's start at John Wick. So you don't know John Wick.
I don't know John.
So there's a trilogy, and I've only seen the first two. The second one, I believe, has the
this is
evil
the
lesbian. She's like a lesbian.
Evil in what way?
Like she's the
Are
bad
these
guy.
mythical?
As in fiction?
Nope.
So
So I know what fiction
like,
is.
You want it to be
Fairy.
fantasy. So John Wick is a fairy. John Wick's a fairy,
Come on,
and
Wick.
he flies around
He
with
says-
his guns, and he says, "You kill my dog."
Is it a
Ooh.
dead dog
So a dog dies.
in this one?
So
I
John
don't-
Wick 1, for anybody who knows John Wick, they're probably beating their anyways. People love John Wick.
Come on, Wick.
Look it up.
One time Joey and I,
Wiki.
just to share something really quick, one time Joey and I both wore white to work.
You said.
And Joey sometimes comes up to me. He did it once, but I really liked it. We both had green on, and he went, "Come on, green." And the next day we were both wearing white, and I went, "Come on," and I was gonna say, "Come on, white,"
Yeah.
and then
And then you stopped yourself.
I got nervous. White
Yeah.
suit.
Because you were thinking that maybe I would judge you.
Yeah.
And I've never done that.
Well, and I
though.
don't know your culture.
I don't. Right. And my culture is very deep.
Gay. Sorry.
You really simplified it into one word. And I appreciate
I'm
that.
nothing if not simple.
No, I like that because
Bell tire.
And
And
that's the
that's-
last time we'll do that.
for now. So here's the thing. John Wick, basically, something happens. Someone kills his dog. And what they must not realize is, like, he kills. Like, he's...
John Wick kills.
He's like an assassin. Or becomes one, if I remember correctly.
When did the first movie come out?
Let's say 90. Let's say 1990. Should I look it up?
1890.
So John Wick 1 came out
Look
in
it up.
1847. It was actually the first film.
It came out during the Iraq War. Sorry, we can't say that.
Iraq. No, it actually
How do
came
you-
out
Iraq.
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 George
Yeah,
Bush.
I think that's
George
right.
Bush. What's Iraq?
Do you know what video when he gets the call about 9/11? He's reading to a class of kindergartners.
Oh yeah.
9/11.
Imagine how stressful that would be.
And I've always
to
said
read-
that's why he's our
to
best
read.
president. Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving onto something
But
more.
that's just me coming out as a Bush head.
It is noted on the books
Write it down.
that you and George W. Bush paint together. He's a painter, did you know?
As am I.
And he's friends with Ellen DeGeneres.
Joey loves Ellen. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay,
Because you want to come at me for being a Bush head. I'm not, by the way.
calling yourself a Bush head is great.
I like to add head to anything we like.
I do too.
So
but
you're a degen
Bush?
head. Degen head.
Degen.
Degen.
John
Look up just when the first
Wick.
one came out.
What? 2014. I did not think John Wick was that new.
I did. And what year was the Iraq War?
Let me look it up. I believe it's 1864.
You should know.
Why would you know?
Joey, are you insane? You think the Iraq War is 1964?
It's not 1964. 1864.
It wasn't that either.
The War of 1812 was in Iraq.
You guys should hear how Joey's been talking to me this Pride Month.
Well, what's that about?
Because I'm a straight woman, he's attacking me every day.
You don't have to tell everyone you're straight. That's gonna tank our numbers.
If I was, you're right. Cut that. As a bisexual, as a bisexual woman with a white boyfriend.
Let's talk about Ballerina, the 2025 film by John Wick.
It's by John Wick? You know.
Okay. So, Ballerina, marketed as From the World of John Wick Ballerina.
Right. That's like on the Minions when it says From the Mind of Gru.
No, so it doesn't say the mind of Gru, does it? I think it's just like from the world of Despicable Me, or from this, you know. This is just the summary at the top. Okay. We'll get into it, because this is a really good movie.
You haven't seen.
So it is a 2025 American action thriller film. So it's directed by Len Wiseman and written by Shay Hatton.
Hatton.
Right,
Hattonfield.
So do you like her?
Big fan.
Let's look her up. Born in 1994.
I hate
she's
when
31.
No, that
she's a
pisses
Pisces.
Me off.
She's
Does
young.
it say that, or did you know that off the top of your head? Does it say
March 18 Pisces, correct?
I don't know.
Maybe. I think it is. Probably.
I think Aquarius. No. You idiot.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hey, I don't think so. Hey.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right, actually.
Hey, I've been saying for a while, that's not right.
I've been I've been in the stars. I've talked to them.
You're always talking about retrograde.
Do you ever think about me?
No. I bet you think about me.
Shay is a boy.
You were so... Do you like her? Misgendering someone in Pride Month?
I'm so glad we are looking them up.
Thank God.
So Hatton started his career as an intern.
Nepo baby, I can already feel it. 31, yeah. And he wrote John Wick Ballerina.
He was then a writing assistant at Team Downey. Because we cared about that. Wikipedia tells you things about someone where you're like, I didn't ask.
Someone's asking, because this is all user submitted.
He wrote scripts for Zack Snyder.
It's all user submitted. So if someone wrote it, that means someone wanted to know it.
We'll move on.
Yeah.
I can tell that.
Where my wiki heads at?
That struck a nerve for you, so we'll move on.
Where my Pedia pals at?
Pedia
pals.
Pedia Light. Drink it.
Pedia Light. That's what we're drinking right now.
So it is, yeah. So, directed by Len Wiseman. Do you know?
Len Goodman. Look him up.
So I'm looking up Len Wiseman first. Len Wiseman is a boy.
I knew that.
And he is a 52-year-old boy.
Big boy.
Big boy, and he's looking handsome. Look at that's a profile.
I would say.
Are we sure he wants to be behind the camera?
Put him in front.
March 4th, another Pisces.
That's what they called. I don't think that's Pisces.
Listeners
are screaming. They have the answers. Look it up, and then look up Len Goodman.
Why do you care about Len Goodman? Pisces.
I need to know if you know who it is.
Pisces dates is through March 20th, so both of them are Pisces. February 19th.
What if you typed in Pisces dates and it was like they like long walks on the beach? Like what their kind of date would be?
Yeah, I get it. A ballroom dancer.
Yeah, so he was rest in peace. Len Goodman.
He's dead. That's the first thing I'm clicking. He died 2023 in Royal Tunbridge Wells, United Kingdom.
They did a beautiful.
Why do you know him?
They did a beautiful. He was a judge on Dancing with the Stars for 26 years.
Oh.
They did a beautiful tribute when he passed.
Well, and I like that.
That's one thing, and maybe.
Oh, he looks amazing.
He's gorgeous.
He looks incredible.
Not anymore.
He was incredible.
He was kind of the mean judge.
Oh, I like that, and his spirit's still with us. With you, clearly. It lives in places you didn't let him in.
The podcast just turns into us looking up everyone's zodiac sign and like not really giving any insight.
We have to
just saying it.
get into Ballerina though, because
Yeah,
moving
go ahead.
on. So it's written by Shay Hatton, the man, and directed by Len Wiseman, another man. Len is old, or
Yes.
52 is not old.
Maybe
Was
they're
that his
lovers.
age? Let's look it up.
Suddenly we've got all the time in the
52,
world, but it's
52.
something you want to know about.
Well, I was just curious. Okay. Well, don't paint it that way. Now everyone's
I'll
gonna
paint
think
it however I please. Me and
you and
George
George painted together.
Me and Mr. Bush.
You and the Bush heads. So it's the 5th installment in the John Wick franchise, and it is set between the events of John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, 2019,
Uh-huh.
and Chapter 4, 2023. It stars Ana de Armas.
George.
Oh, you like her?
I don't know about her, but
She was
beautiful.
in this one movie
Snow
where they
White.
like put her. No. Snow
Bob.
White.
Bob.
You're thinking of Rachel Ziegler.
Did you
What
like
is
her and where
it?
the songbirds sing?
I just feel like the character development in that movie
wasn't
pissed me
good.
off. It was so confusing. I hated her singing.
he was so handsome.
She's a good singer. I hated when she would start singing though,
Oh,
because I
what
was
did she
like, I can't
sing?
take this seriously.
And it's very folksy.
It's
which I
just
don't
weird.
know.
The fact that she sings a song about herself, like, this is a story about me.
Sing it.
I don't remember it.
She's
This
a
is
Leo.
the ballad of Lucy Gray, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, you're obsessed.
She is obsessed. You are obsessed and sick.
Obsessed
Nicki
and sick.
Minaj.
I'm glad you're a Virgo woman. Moving on.
Thanks.
It stars...
And I'm glad you're a Scorpio gay man.
Yeah, gay is it, because a lot of Scorpio men like scare people. Did you know?
Keep reading.
So it stars Ana de Armas as the ballerina assassin.
She said,
It stars Ana de Armas as the ballerina assassin Eve Macarro.
watch that
Alongside-
not be how you say it.
Macarro.
Macarro. I can't
Can
roll
you
my
roll your
R's
tongues?
now.
Eve Macarro. So Eve Macarro is the daughter of 2 assassins, Javier, a Kikimora of the Resca Roma.
You've lost.
I'm not here to teach you. I'm not here to educate. This is Pride Month.
Right.
You as a straight,
I should.
as a bisexual.
We can't keep saying I'm bisexual because people in my life are going to be like, you never told us that.
But what if you did?
I just start telling everyone. The podcast does not blow up, but I take on a new sexuality.
Oh, this is gonna throw you for a loop.
I'm
we
already
have to finish this
consider
sentence.
myself thrown.
We have to finish this sentence. So she's the daughter of 2 assassins, Javier Kikimora of the Resca Roma,
Uh-huh.
and his unnamed cultist wife. Unnamed?
Unnamed and cultist.
When Eve was a girl, Javier and Eve went on the run from the cult,
Hard to
leading
read.
to the death of Eve's mother. So that's why she's unnamed. She dies so
She
early.
dies quick in the movie.
Oh, spoilers. As the cult's chancellor wants to retrieve Eve, the cult assaults her residence, killing her guards and fatally wounding Javier, her father, who helps
Sorry, I just wanted to try one.
Eve escape. New York Continental owner Winston brings Eve to the Resca Roma, where Eve meets their director and agrees to join them to avenge Javier's death. So
Javier's
this is,
little brother.
I think it's her dad.
Okay.
Over 12 years. Think about that.
The reading
Put
is
that-
put that in the zeitgeist.
Put that in the zeitgeist. Put it on the screen. Super.
Super.
Over 12 years. What font? Big. Eve trains
Comic Sans. Super.
as...
12
Comic Sans.
years.
Ballerina. Ballerina has to be somewhere in the corner so you know what...
I'll get better.
Yeah, that one wasn't the right one.
We gotta label them.
We did.
You wanted this.
Over 12 years. Okay. Eve trains as a ballerina and a Kikimora assassin bodyguard under the director and Nogi.
Let's have a kiki. You get what I mean?
Nogi. You're probably doing something.
I always am. I'm always up to something.
You are. You're kind of evil like that.
I'm not evil. Just sneaky.
You're not evil. Why would you say that about yourself?
I didn't.
So she once meets John Wick, who unsuccessfully advises her to abandon her violent path. Eve graduates as a Kikimora by killing an older Kikimora. Eve then successfully protects her first ward, Eris Katla Park, and later fulfills several contracts. So she kills a lot.
Yeah, you have to.
Any
That is
questions?
literally
Any
what-
questions? She's dancing. She's a ballerina too. This whole
She'll
time,
look
mind
me
you.
dead in the eye after not shutting up for the past 5 minutes. Going, Any questions?
Imagine.
Yeah,
there's
I've got a
people-
question.
Okay, Kikimora.
You know that makes sense here. I actually don't
No,
have any
it does
questions.
make sense. Okay,
I'm so scared.
so after killing a target, Eve is attacked by an assassin, whom she kills and identifies as a cultist. She asks the director about the cult, wanting revenge.
No,
You
I'm
can't
sorry.
yawn.
I'm so
You
sorry.
cannot
I
yawn.
knew you were gonna get mad.
This
at
movie.
as
This
it
is an
started.
action thriller movie important to the culture.
No, whose
And-
culture?
John Wick's. And this is the 5th installment of the film, happening in between 3 and 4. So you really got to lock in.
The 5th installment happening between 3 and 4.
Kind of
it's
like
a
it's like Lion King 1.5.
retroactive.
Lion King 1.5.
I have not seen Lion King 1.5,
And so it's the 3rd movie they made.
but it comes
But it's
before
between
a
1
movie
and
that
2.
has already come out. I got it.
Isn't that crazy?
Not really.
I loved 1.5.
I didn't see it. I'll watch it.
You don't have to.
I'm not going to.
Just forget about it.
Are there any Minions movies that follow?
I don't think so. I don't.
There's a lot though. No, because I do think
Should I put
actually.
on my minion costume for this?
No.
No. So she wants revenge. The director forbids Eve from pursuing the cult due to a long-standing truce between the cult and the Ruscaroma.
What is the Ruscaroma?
So I guess there are people, not a place. Let me hit the.
Could you
let
could
me hit the
click
blue.
link? I think.
So the Roma people, the Roma.
Yeah.
So that's all that is.
I think I'm getting too loud.
So a Kikimora is Ukrainian and Russian. It's
That's
a
the
legendary
cult.
creature, a female house spirit in Slavic mythology.
Wait, kind of cute.
Her role in the house is usually juxtaposed with that of the Domvoy. Great, gotta look up what that means.
I used to have this book when I was little that had all these mythical creatures in it. You probably had the same thing, and
Look
I
at
think
these
it was
crazy-
based off a movie.
This-
But I would picture them being in my vents.
What are you talking about?
You're not listening.
Well, no, I'm confused. I'm
When
trying to
you go
figure out
back-
about the Romani people.
That little lady
And
that
Slavic
was on screen with the
tradition.
long nose.
Oh, right.
I used to have a book of all these little creatures that weren't real. At least we don't think. Am I right?
Well, they're in your events. They
And I
just didn't
think-
show up.
And I would picture them when I would play, when I was doing play. I would picture them in the vents.
So a Kikimora is something mystical, I guess.
No,
As
I
Slavic
can
tradition.
explain this so quickly. There is a cult with the Kikimora in it. And then the...
So you've been listening.
Yeah. Have you? Because it feels pretty... We just looked it up.
So
It's a cult versus another group of people who we're referring to as the Romanis.
the Ruscaroma
And those
is the
are the
group of people.
Ruscaroma.
Okay, so
So
there's a
you're good.
long-standing truce between this cult and the Ruscaroma.
Okay, good.
So that's why there's no revenge
No
that can be
fighting,
taken
no
by this
fighting.
ballerina woman. So,
But the Ruscaroma killed her mom.
but get this way. Get this.
Get this. Gag it.
Eve disobeys the director. Let's take those 4 words.
I knew from a mile away that you were just going to read the next sentence.
Eve disobeys the director and visits the New York Continental, where Charon, okay, these names, where Sharon, let's do that.
I
Where
swallowed.
Sharon grants her, okay,
He's from Perry.
where Sharon,
Cheryl.
Sharon,
Cheryl.
Sharon in Paris.
Sharon.
So, I don't know about her. Where Sharon grants her access to Winston. Winston reveals.
What you know about me? What you know about me?
What you know about me? What you know is that my lip gloss is okay. So Winston reveals that one cultist, Daniel Pine. We go from Sharon to Daniel Pine.
Danielle or Daniel?
Daniel.
A man.
Who's writing? A man.
Mate.
Who is this man?
That 31-year-old is who wrote it.
Harry something?
Styles.
Shay?
Don't worry, darling.
Shay Hatton.
It's me, Harry Styles.
Harry Styles in it. Harry. Oi.
He's like posh.
He's like,
Oi.
No, he's
he goes,
Oi.
I had a One Direction blog when I was little.
did he write it?
Like it was a Tumblr. But I
And
had
by
a
little, do you mean
pretty-
22?
No. I was
Right.
like old enough that I probably didn't need to have it.
Well, that's okay.
But I had like 15K.
Okay, Daniel Pine is staying at the Prague Continental with a large bounty on him. Huge. So Eve travels there and books a room. Several cultists are also there, led by Lena. Duh.
Avi.
and waiting for the bounty's fulfillment. Eve
keep hitting
infiltrates. Did you?
I keep hitting it. Sorry.
Think about that.
Won't have any
Think about that in your corner.
Take it home. Think
about that one. Write it.
Pack it up.
Write it. Put it on the ceiling.
Put it over your shoulder. You're hitchhiking.
You have your lesson.
Get in the
Take
car.
it home.
Take it home.
You don't have a car.
Pack a lunchbox.
You don't get a car.
I have a car.
Not anymore. Not after this
It's
punishment.
being towed.
It's being. I already called.
That's why I was out there locking it. I
Yeah.
said, oh no.
They've
got a pick.
They can tow a locked car.
I've been towed.
That's how tows work.
One time I ran out of a restaurant. So quick, I'll tell this story. I was parked illegally, and I went and had dinner with one of my friends. I was like 18. I couldn't drink. And I parked like where you're not supposed to park. And they were loading me up, my white Kia Soul, my 2014 white Kia Soul, onto the tow. Come on, White. And I come running and I go, please, no.
Yeah.
He goes, man, how much have you had to drink tonight? A cab. And that's why they say it.
Because of your
And
experience
that's
as a
where
white
that movie
woman
began.
at 18.
It's fucked. It was really scary.
Not a police officer. We should add. Just a tow truck driver.
Oh.
This is the
I
first
do think there
time
was a
people got
cop
mad
there.
at police. This is the first time in
Nothing
history.
bad has ever happened before that.
Nothing until then. So let's think about this movie. Eve infiltrates Pine's room.
I need you to lock in.
I'm locked in.
Okay.
So we remember Daniel Pine. He's
So
one
loud.
of the cultists.
We're
We're
like
okay. We're
screaming.
totally
Oh,
okay.
okay.
We're totally okay. So let's go. So Winston reveals that one cultist, Daniel Pine, is staying at the Prague Continental with a large bounty on him. So Eve travels there and books a room. Several cultists are also there, led by Lena, waiting for the bounty's fulfillment. Eve infiltrates Pine's room, discovering his daughter Ella, whom Pine reveals he is hiding from the cult, having escaped from them.
Whose daughter? So quickly, I'm sorry.
So Eve infiltrates Pine's room. So Daniel Pine, he's one of the cultists.
Do you know who I'm picturing when you say Pine is Chris Pine?
Right.
Go ahead.
And so
God forbid I have a thought.
no, I like when women think. I wish it happened more.
I wish it happened in a productive fashion. Come on, production.
Do you want to name a woman right now? Because I can.
Me.
Michelle Obama.
We've heard. What is
Hillary
that song?
Clinton.
What is that song? Oops.
Woman.
Michelle Obama.
I
We're
don't.
so big.
No, I
Get
don't know
no
what this
pride.
is. I don't know what
It's
this is.
literally Little Mix. We were just talking about them.
Well, I don't remember that part. So I love women. Eve infiltrates Pine's room.
You said it like it was part of the. We love women.
I love women. Discovering his daughter Ella, whom Pine reveals he is hiding from the cult, having escaped from them. Daniel Pine has escaped. When the cult
Chris Pine has left the building.
When the cult sees that Eve has not killed Pine, Lena increases the bounty.
I need to know
The
how much
cult-
the bounty is.
It's big.
Oh, I know. We keep saying that.
Well, they just say it's big. So
I
the
know.
cultists and other mercenaries attack Pine. Eve assists him and he entrusts Ella to her. Cultist Dex grievously wounds Pine. Grievously. Wounds
Previous.
Dex. Cultist Dex.
Just
Do you think about that
Dex
one?
Shepard.
Dex Shepard is in this.
He's playing.
Dex Shepard did a lot of this. So Dex
He's
Shepard.
from Michigan.
I know, Milford. Cultist Dax Shepard grievously wounds Pine, while Lena incapacitates Eve and kidnaps Ella. The Prague Continental staff spare Eve and execute 2 captured cultist mercenaries for their attack.
How much
Okay,
of this is processing to you? Because I'm getting most of it.
so this is the thing. When I read something,
You're not getting it.
no.
So, okay.
I am relying on you to actually know what's going on in this story so that when we talk about it, you can remind me what's happened
And
because
I'm ready.
I'm forgetting every sentence because I have to think about how I'm performing it.
Okay.
You know?
I have one question.
La-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah.
The ballerina's name is Eve.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of E names. Eve, Ella,
Oh, there's 2.
Dex.
Texas.
There's an E in there.
Well, does that count?
Keep going.
So Eve goes. So we're on a new paragraph. Think about that. Eve goes to purchase weapons from arms dealer Frank. Frank. That sounds Italian.
Cultist Frank.
Hey, I'm Frank. I'm Frank, and I
I'm
got
dealing arms.
Hey, I'm doing orange today. My name's Frank.
You know, Frank
he
has.
opened. He's wearing a trench coat. He opens it.
It's
just
arms. It's arms all the way.
Have you seen Hercules?
We need a hero. Hero for the night. Is it?
There's
Well, what's the hero one from Hercules?
there's a there's a little guy and he walks up to Hercules and he opens his coat and goes, "Wanna buy a sundial?
Well, what's the hero song?
Wanna buy a sundial?"
No, I'm getting
You're
that.
not getting it.
I pictured the trench coat.
So funny.
No, I like that. I just need to know what song these
Call up your
women
techno
sing.
boys.
Okay.
Okay. Keep going.
I need to
don't
move
know the
on
song.
because you're drugged. I mean, you're drugged, by the way.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm
I
not a
flip
good
my-
person. I'm not a good person. You have to be careful with that.
You gotta be careful around me,
You have to be careful around.
the
Look,
tire man.
look. Would I do anything? No, but bell tire.
Bell tire.
Eve goes to purchase weapons from arms dealer Frank, but the cult attacks his shop. After Eve kills the cultists, Frank helps her narrow down the location of the cult's base and provides her with transport. Know that. Eve's search leads to the town of Hallstatt, where she quickly comes under attack as all the townspeople are of the cult and many are assassins, some of whom the cult has offered safe haven to.
You're
Eve-
emphasizing the craziest. What's crazy is you don't know what you're saying.
No, this is building up crazy. All of the townspeople are of the cult. We weren't expecting that.
I think I knew.
I felt shocked.
That's because you don't know what you're talking about. It's been building up to this the whole time. And you go, I can't, that's me with the vampires.
I
That's
can't
me
believe
with
it though.
sinners.
No, I literally can't believe it because these are literally all the cult, but Frank was helping her. So is Frank's
You
good.
cry.
And I'm a
Frank's
little
good.
distressed
I don't
because
think Frank is.
I should
crucial
pitch my
to the
voice down.
story.
It's getting annoying. Should I pitch my voice down? Is it getting gay?
Hey, skill punishment. How gay am I? Tell me
Okay.
right now.
How gay?
The gay meter.
How gay am I now? Finish it like that. How gay am I now? Can we do one and one?
Okay, we're going back to normal because normal is important.
Normal lives matter.
Do I have
Sorry.
tears?
No.
I've got no tears left to cry. Let me put that auto-tune on.
Music.
Ain't got no tears left to cry. So I'm picking it up, loving it, living it, picking it up, picking
Yeah.
it up.
Can I do a rap?
Sure, but you have to do it in B flat major.
Pull up in that monster. Do you know what I used to be able to do the whole
I'll
rap
turn
to?
auto-tune off.
Well, wait. 6 foot, 7 foot.
8-foot
I
march.
played it on the drum.
Did you ever watch Beetlejuice? No.
I don't
Oh,
even know
so
what he's
we
read
had a
yet.
big thing go. We did have a big thing happen because the townspeople are all part of the cult.
I know, but you were wondering about Frank, and Frank is fine. I think he was just in the movie for that one bit.
I'll
I'm yawning,
read
and
something
I'm sorry
now. So
about it.
Eve's search leads to the town of Hallstatt, where she quickly comes under attack, as all the townspeople are of the cult. We know this now. And many are assassins. Eve is eventually captured and brought to the Chancellor, who discovers her Ruscaroma affiliation shit.
It's
Well,
all
that's
over
not
now.
good.
Something feels-
are the world. We are the children. Wait.
Boo.
Wait.
Let's laugh. We gotta leave them.
Oh.
Let it go. Keep it going.
Eve reveals her revenge plot. Why would she tell him?
I think because she was trapped.
It's probably time for it.
They
Yeah.
said, yeah.
It's
the end
time
of
in the movie for her
film.
to get into all
Ever
that.
heard of exposition?
Yeah.
That's
I
not
like
even
all
what
that
is.
stuff. So
You love movies.
I love
I
it.
can't believe you haven't seen this.
I'm really excited to watch it.
You're not gonna.
I don't know if I will. Eve is eventually captured. She says her revenge plot. While he reveals that Pine is his son and Ella is his granddaughter. Hold up.
Pine is
Grab
his
the wall.
son. Oh, grab the wall.
We go. Yeah.
No. Pine is his son. Ella is his granddaughter. Who's flying the plane? That's good.
The Chancellor remembers Eve.
How is Eve related to Pine then?
Eve is not related to Pine. Eve was what tracked Pine down, found out that Pine had escaped the cult because I don't know, he just escaped it. And he's tried to keep his daughter from the cult, and so they're after him, so they have a bounty on him, right? And so after they find out that she did not kill him,
Dog the bounty hunter.
who?
Dog the bounty hunter? You don't know? Look him up. Look him up.
I can't.
No, for 2 seconds,
For
Joey.
2 seconds.
It'll be so worth it. He's
Dog.
from Michigan.
Let's look this up.
You're gonna feel so.
Dwayne Chapman. Ew!
He used to have a TV show.
You know what this man looks like?
Dog.
72. Huh! This man
He's 72.
looks like a man that harassed
was your
me.
reaction.
This man looks like a man who harassed me at a
It
bar.
could be him.
So, okay, let's get into it. A bar in Grand Rapids was, I won't drop its name, but the owner, okay, his friend was there, looked like Donkey Kong, okay, ugly,
Sure.
ugly.
I had to picture who that was.
He was like so crazy and just weird to me, and then he was like
And this is
touching
him?
girls. They ended up having to kick him out.
And that he looked like dog.
He looks like this. Like this man.
That's his wife next to him, Coco.
Ugh.
I actually don't think that's her.
Look, they might be great people, but I'm just saying based off of these
Do you
pictures.
remember Gabby Petito?
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah. He went looking for Brian Laundrie after he killed, and it was like a big thing. Landry?
Landry?
I don't know.
I didn't
think
watch
it's
anything
Laundrie.
about it.
Well, when that guy who
I don't
killed
like
her,
those things.
Okay, when that guy who killed her went missing, dog started hunting him all through Hawaii. Go ahead.
That's so exhausting.
Because someday someone will
hunt?
mention him, and you'll
Was
be
he
like,
wearing
I know who that is.
camo?
He
Let
was
me
in the
guess.
field. He was in the field.
Let me guess. And he needed an AR-15.
He said,
Let me guess.
Well,
Let me guess. He needed
Let
a
me
sawed-off
guess.
shotgun.
let me guess.
Let me
Guns.
guess. NRA. Guns. America. Wow.
He voted for Kamala.
Oh.
Keep going. Don't piss me off.
Name a woman. Kamala.
You're asking me?
She counts.
They took a poll and she counts. We're allowed to say her.
4 out of 5
Finished.
dentists.
4
4 out of 5
dentists
dentists
poll
agree.
said she's a woman.
Kamala's a woman. The 5th?
I don't make the rule. The 5th? It's me.
The 5th was going,
The 5th?
yeah, I don't think
The
so.
5th is a blind dentist.
The 5th, no, not blind, just covering his eyes.
Oh.
And he was going, who? And they pulled up a picture and he goes, nah.
Well, he was covering his eyes. He wouldn't see the picture. She's tattooed on the inside of his eyelids.
He's obsessed.
You are obsessed and sick. Do you know what that's from? Nicki Minaj. To those of you sitting in a dark, quiet place listening to my show, you are obsessed and sick. That's what she says.
Do you know the video of her and Sachin?
No.
Sachin, when he's like telling her she needs to get
I
in
don't
the
know
studio.
who Sachin is.
The Chancellor remembers Eve, informing Lena that she is Eve's older sister, whom Javier abandoned during his escape due to fearing that the cult had already indoctrinated Lena. Eve breaks free before being cornered by Lena, who reveals their kinship. Hearing of Eve and Lena talking, the Chancellor orders their deaths.
Why did we pick this?
What are you talking about? It's out.
There's a lot of stuff that's out.
The cult's grenades kill Lena while Eve
I
escapes.
just moved that.
I think that's a spoiler. I
Wait,
think that's
the
a spoiler.
whole thing is a spoiler.
but
We did a recommendation.
but that's big.
Which part?
So the cult's grenades killed Lena. Eve is related to Lena, apparently.
I'm processing.
And Lena was the daughter of
Apparently.
Daniel Pine. Was she not?
So, no, Eve is the daughter of Daniel Pine. Ella
No.
is the daughter of Daniel Pine. Don't
Oh,
piss me
you're right,
off.
you're right.
I know.
So who's
You know
Lena?
what we should get for future recordings is a dry erase board. Because it would help me to, like, take notes.
Yeah, that would actually be really
We
smart.
keep it right here.
We'll do that for the next
Yeah,
one.
alright, cool.
Let's think about this one.
Why have you scrolled? Just finish
Lena's dead.
the reading.
Lena is dead. Eve escapes. The Chancellor calls the director to declare war between their factions due to Eve's actions.
There's a conflict between the fashions.
Boars.
I've
Okay.
got something to say about fashions.
Let's read. You're complaining at me like this.
I know that was fully just me being like, I've got something to say about fashion. And that was all. Keep going.
Okay, despite the director sharing that Eve had gone rogue. Okay, that's part of the sentence. The Chancellor caused the director to declare war between their factions
We're learning
due
the
to Eve's
semantics.
actions, despite the director sharing that Eve had gone rogue. Follow that. To appease the Chancellor, the director sends John Wick to send out. Oh, the
There's
director
Johnny
sends
boy.
John Wick. Now we're talking.
Now we're wicking.
To take out Eve as a compromise, which the Chancellor accepts. John arrives at Hallstatt, where he finds and defeats Eve, repeatedly sparing her and imploring her to leave Hallstatt. Remember, because he had told her not to do this in the first place.
Right.
So Eve pleads for her revenge, so the sympathetic John gives her less than an hour to kill the Chancellor, after which he will have no choice but to continue his contract.
His
He's
contract?
trying to make a compromise.
He is too forgiving.
Is he?
Or like too
I think he's trying to like compromise. He's trying
you
to
get a
barter.
shot.
Yeah, he's like, either I kill
Well,
you,
he doesn't have to do
you have
that.
an hour. You kill the guy that has hired me to kill you.
You don't have to do that though.
What are you talking about?
Like I'm saying it's nice that he's doing this.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
Right.
He does not have to.
We're saying the
But
same
he gets
thing
it.
in
He
different
gets why
tones.
she's so mad. Because he's like, look, girl. Because
He said, I get it.
Look,
but
this franchise is built based off the fact that someone killed his dog. So he understands revenge. Like, someone
dog
killed
is
her
it?
dad.
What kind of Ever
Her
heard
dad
of a
and her
dad?
mom.
Her mom was the catalyst.
Think about that.
What kind of dog was it?
I don't remember. Tiny.
Oh.
So,
Oh my god, that makes me feel sick. I hate like evil stuff.
yeah, you shouldn't watch that part.
I'm not gonna.
So,
Oh,
Eve. Okay. Eve continues fighting against the cult across Hallstatt, with John killing Dex Shepard to save Eve. Some cultists attack John, who kills them in turn, of course. When the cult loses track of John, the Chancellor attempts to flee with Ella, kidnapping, but Eve corners them. Eve corners them.
as she should.
That's big. The Chancellor attempts to recruit Eve, but Eve executes him and rescues Ella. Woo! Where's the...
It's not, and you know it's not. This one's not working. The applause.
I think you deleted it.
Oh,
There we go.
even better. We don't need the
So,
applause.
we don't need the applause
We
right
live
now.
for the applause.
So let's get to this.
Get into it.
So okay,
Holy
Eve
crap.
executes him, rescues Ella. John informs the director of the Chancellor's death, and she is relieved at the averted war. Ella is reunited with a recovering Pine at the New York Continental, where Eve seeks refuge. The cult places a large bounty on Eve. While watching former Kikimora trainee Tatiana's ballet performance, I forgot about the ballet.
I forgot about the ballet as well.
Eve learns of the bounty and leaves the theater.
Do you think this was all an advertisement for the New York Continental? They've mentioned it
They
twice
mention
by
that
name
name
now.
so much.
Yeah. And it's something to think about. I mean, I'm sure if you see the movie,
I'm
they're
not going.
showing the
I'm
New
not
York
going.
and don't.
What is it?
What is it playing?
New
You
York
buy your ticket for you?
Oh yeah, it's the place where the ballet happens. Is it not?
The New York Continental is a place.
Where the ballet happens. No. So
I think it's a hotel. Keep going.
so
We're done. Thank God.
yeah, so that's the movie. And so it ends on like a really
Were
good.
you picturing Ana de Armas this whole time?
I wasn't
wasn't.
picturing anything.
I haven't had a thought since 08.
I don't think since the financial crash.
We couldn't buy houses, and I stopped thinking.
You could not buy a house legally.
And we've always said you can't buy a house. They took one look
You
at
and
me
you alone.
and said, "Little lady."
They were
No house.
thinking, do we need a housing crisis? Is she
And then
trying to buy a
I
house?
showed up.
And they're like, yeah, I think we need something
How
because
old
that
was I
girl
in
cannot buy
2008?
a house. So you would just say 2008.
That's what I just said.
You said and, which implies a decimal.
2008.
2008.
2009.
2008.
2008.
Nope.
2010.
2010.
I don't say that.
I know. That's why I'm correcting you.
2001.
2001. 2001 Space Odyssey. Oh, you're talking about 9/11.
And we don't have to.
9 and
But we'll
11.
never forget. That I'm apostrophe.
You can't do that.
Right.
Whatever you just did
You're
to me there,
absolutely right.
whatever hex you just tried to pull, whatever witchcraft you just pulled like
Tuck
that.
it away.
Yeah, you need to change your clothes and sage this room.
It could use the saging. I'll tell you that.
It can. Yeah.
We don't have to get into that.
So, I mean, I liked this film. I think.
That's the best part. Is saying I like this film. You haven't seen it.
Here's the thing. It scared me.
Cinema.
It shocked me. And
It shocked you.
it
for
did shock
sure.
me. I like when something is
Hard not to be
culty.
shocked when you're not paying attention.
I was paying attention. I've pieced this whole thing together for Shay
Yeah.
Hatton. Shay
I thought you
Hatton.
were gonna go.
Len
I thought you were gonna
Wiseman.
go for shame.
No. So Len
Len
Wiseman.
Goodman.
Not Goodman. Len Wiseman.
I was gonna gaslight you into thinking he was Len Goodman.
I have the name in front of me. You're trying to gaslight me.
You can read.
I have Wikipedia right in front of me. I can read.
The amount of things people have said to me about Wikipedia.
Picture a book. I could read it. I could read
Name a
it.
book.
In your mind's
You
eye.
want me to name a woman? Name a book.
Get a hardcover.
I'm picturing a book. Guess it.
Little Women.
That's the only book girls are allowed to read. So, yeah, it is.
That and
You are
Handmaid's
so
Tale.
Meg March. They'll know what I mean.
I don't know what that means. Who's
I mean,
they?
Me too. The women who have read the book.
Okay. Because only women read that book.
Only women are allowed to read that book. And it's the only book women can read.
Why?
I was so patient.
Let me read.
You were talking for so long. And I sat here just, and I say one thing about a book that women can read, and you go, nah.
I feel like you're misconstruing Bell Tire. So directed by Len Wiseman, written by Shay Hatton. I recommend that everybody goes and watches this, especially because it was produced by Erica Lee.
Love Eric.
Love Erica Lee. So
Kevin Lee.
So the cinematography was okay. Romain Lecourbec. That's not
You're doing
how
a
it's
bit
spelled.
about the cinematography, aren't you?
I'm not
'Cause we're
doing a bit.
watching it.
The cinematography was okay.
What's the public reception? Scroll down so quick and just look at it.
I'll do it so quick. This is 125
No.
minutes, by the way.
The recording?
The film.
Oh. 125. What's that in 60s? 2 hours?
Yep, 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's a good length.
Ballerina has grossed 25 million. Is
Do you
that
like
good?
That's the thing with the numbers is it's all subjective.
So 76% of 200 critics' reviews are positive on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's actually really good.
So the website's consensus reads, equipping a steely... Let me do a different voice. Equipping a steely
You
Anna
cannot do that.
with creatively brutal action choreography
You're
and a
sure.
pleasingly kooky origin story. Ballerina pirouettes gracefully onto the Victor's center stage.
You're switching. Oh god. Did you say
Switch
a
hitter.
kooky?
Switch hitter.
Did you say a kooky
You,
background?
bisexual.
Bisexual.
Why do you refute it so much?
Because it's just not true.
It says it's a pleasingly kooky origin story, so something funny happened. One thing I'll say about
The
Wikipedia,
critics were
I didn't laugh.
laughing. Here's the thing. I like the critical response section because, like I said, it tells you how you're supposed to feel.
Cinema Score gave it an A-.
Who did?
Cinema Score,
Who's that?
one of them.
A website.
One of them. How'd you feel about this film?
I think when you're reading it, something of this, it's so serious. The subject matter.
Well, it was kooky though. Did you feel the kook?
No. And I think that's why, if we're rating it, let's say it at the same time.
Okay, wait, what's our scale?
1 to 10.
Okay,
10's
out
the
of 10?
best. I'm going to count us in.
Okay.
I love counting us in.
Are we doing
3.
decimals?
No. 1, 2, 3.
6.
I got nervous.
What were you gonna say? You
7.
can. Okay.
Just because I liked,
So
I
you
was having
enjoyed
so
it.
much fun here with my friend.
I enjoy. Oh, okay. I'm giving it a 7.
When we get Ernest on the pod.
Yeah, I loved it.
No, you didn't, and that's okay.
No, okay, because I was shocked.
You had a lot to read.
This is what I liked about it.
Go ahead.
So
I like the
Eve
ballet.
is dancing. So let's just picture that she's dancing through a lot of this.
Can you
When she's
zoom in
killing,
on the...
can we pretend that she's doing some pirouettes while she kills?
She is. I like ballet. I like Swan Lake.
You like when they break their ankles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like.
You like Black Swan?
Never seen.
I haven't either.
Read Really, I feel like you would have seen it.
I should have. I've almost watched it.
Do you like
several
Mila
times.
Kunis? There's one right answer.
Is she in it?
In Black Swan,
I thought that was Natalie Portman.
they're both the main girls. All right, so our ranking is a 7. I'll give your read of it a 7.
Okay. Yeah, because it was good.
We're still getting our. Yeah, it was. We're still getting our groove on the readings.
Yeah. So one thing that I'll say is I think everybody should see this film. I think everybody should take their children to this film.
What's it rated?
It's a ballerina. Who cares?
But what is it rated? I'm
She's
curious.
dancing.
Oh, God forbid a woman have a question. What's it rated?
You got me there. You got me there.
Hey,
Women have to ask.
Because they don't know. They don't know anything.
Women have to ask these
At
kinds
this point,
of
just Google it. Just Google what's
The
it
thing
rated.
is I already know it's rated R.
Okay.
So I could do
Are
the
most
whole.
John Wicks?
I could do the whole thing where I pretend to Google. So I'm not Googling it. It's rated R. Take your kids. And if the theater employee tells you can't bring your child into this film, pull a
Joey
gun.
worked at a. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for tuning in, for listening to this whole thing start to finish, because I know nobody clicked out.
No skips.
No skips. Oh, we have to thank our sponsors.
And this one goes out to our sponsors from Native Deodorant.
Yep. And as well as BetterHelp.
And Bell Tire.
So BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a completely free therapy. Completely free. You don't have to pay a single thing. Download the app now.
We are the world. We are the children.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
WikiSpeaks.
WikiSpeaks. You can't say our name wrong.